Ferdinand's scathing verdict, Rashford should forget Man United return after leaked email. Rio Ferdinand has delivered a brutal assessment of Marcus Rashford's future at Manchester United, declaring the forward should forget about ever returning to the club following the emergence of a purported leaked email. The email allegedly shows Rashford pleading with current Man United manager Ruben Amorim to be brought back to Old Trafford. Rashford, currently on loan at Aston Villa, was sent out by Amorim after a string of disappointing performances in a United shirt. However, his time at Villa Park has been equally challenging, culminating in a season-ending hamstring injury. Meanwhile, Manchester United have flourished in his absence, most recently demolishing Athletic Bilbao 4-1 in the Europa League's semi-final second leg, securing a dominant 7-1 aggregate victory and a place in the final against Tottenham Hotspur. The leaked email, the authenticity of which remains unverified, reportedly reveals Rashford's desperation to return to United. Sources claim the email expresses remorse for his poor form and a fervent desire to prove himself under Amorim's leadership. Ferdinand, speaking on his Vibe with 5 podcast, didn't mince his words. Disgusting. If those emails are real, if Rashford is actually begging to come back after being shipped out because he wasn't performing, he needs to have a serious look at himself, Ferdinand exclaimed. Forget it, Marcus. Just forget about ever pulling on that United shirt again. The arrogance of it, to think he can just waltz back in after the way he's been playing. He continued, Manchester United are flying. They're scoring goals, they're defending well, they've got a real team spirit. Why on earth would Amorim even consider disrupting that to bring back a player who clearly wasn't pulling his weight? It's disrespectful to the players who are currently giving everything for the club. Ferdinand pointed to United's emphatic victory over Bilbao as evidence of their progress without Rashford. Did you see that game? 4-1. They absolutely battered Bilbao, 7-1 on aggregate. They're a different team now. They're playing with confidence, with purpose. They're going to the Europa League final to face Spurs. Why jeopardize that with someone who's clearly not committed? The former United defender suggested Rashford should focus on rebuilding his career elsewhere. He needs to accept that his time at United is probably over. He needs to go somewhere where he can rediscover his form, his confidence, his love for the game. Maybe a fresh start is what he needs. But begging to come back to United after the way he's behaved. It's just not on. Rashford's loan spell at Aston Villa has been largely unsuccessful, with flashes of brilliance overshadowed by inconsistency and ultimately cut short by the hamstring injury. This setback further complicates his chances of forcing his way back into Amorim's plans at Old Trafford. The situation has ignited a fierce debate among Manchester United fans, with many echoing Ferdinand's sentiments. Some believe that Rashford has had ample opportunities to prove himself and that the club should move on and focus on developing players who are fully committed to the cause. Others argue that Rashford still has the potential to be a valuable asset to the team and that he deserves a second chance. However, the leaked email and Ferdinand's scathing criticism have undoubtedly damaged Rashford's reputation and made a return to Manchester United seem increasingly unlikely.